Looking good, Winnie. Most women look like their grandmamas by the time they hit middle age. Life's a cycle, just like a washing machine. The babies become the mamas, who then become the grandmamas, who are just waiting to die because they no longer look desirable. And it starts all over. It's a shitty cycle. But 45 looks good on you, Winnie. Shh. Lower your voice. No one can hear how old you are. If they do, then get your hair out of your face, Gwendolyn Elizabeth Carter. I didn't spend hours pushing out your big head just so you can hide that pretty face I gave you. That pretty face is all you've got, girl. It doesn't matter. 'Cause you don't look a day over 29, Winnie. That's what the love of my life said to me once. Danny. Gosh, I miss him. He had the prettiest eyes, like 2 clear pools of sky blue. They always twinkled when he looked at me. He may have been my second husband, but he was definitely the best out of the bunch. He was perfect. Well, until he slept with someone else. Who knew that he was spreading his twinkle all over town? Who knew how icy those eyes would become? I really did love Danny. He was the first guy I met in LA. I didn't even expect to find another husband so soon after my first husband. Darren ran off. I only came to LA to become an actress. All my friends from the pageant circus were telling me that I looked like Natalie Wood. Don't you think I look like Natalie Wood? I just love all her movies. I have this theory that I think they killed her because she was too beautiful. That's what they're trying to do to me. They're threatened because I've always had the best face in Trenton County. Everyone's threatened by me. I wouldn't hurt anyone. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm the victim. First, my high school sweetheart leaves me without a penny to my name, and then the love of my life disappears. My third husband, Derek, he had the best jokes. He was always making me laugh. He didn't care that I had the most unattractive laugh. See, it's the only unattractive thing about me. Gwendolyn Elizabeth, don't chortle like a pig. You'll never find a husband with a laugh like that. Well, Derek didn't care, Mama. He really didn't. He loved me. He even let me go out and audition for things. You might have seen me. I was in a couple of JCPenney's catalogs, and I did a commercial. I was even an extra in a TV movie. Anyways, Derek was great. And he would get so frustrated with work and life, you know? I understood. He would come home and smoke up the whole house. And one night he even hit me. The bruise took up this much of my face. I had an audition the next day, but I couldn't present myself with a bruise like that. I cried for days. It could have been my big break. I could have been as famous as Natalie Wood. I'm absolutely gorgeous. Derek apologized, and he bought me the biggest bouquet of flowers money could buy. He even took me out for steak, but I can't eat steak with my figure. I forgave him eventually, but I never forgot about it. And then he went on vacation to Cabo and never returned. He's probably shacking up with someone, the bastard. He never even gave me a divorce. So that's why I was living in sin with David. See, we wanted to get married, but it takes a minute to get marriage dissolved when one of the spouses is missing. I learned that from Darren and Danny. But I didn't mind waiting. I wanted to be sure that David was the one. Even though Danny was the love of my life, David was amazing. He was so sweet and caring. He gave me everything I wanted. The only thing was that he always wanted me to cook. Now, I'm a terrible cook. Really, I burn water. So I had to pretend to cook dinner every night for him. I'm an actress, but I'm not a miracle worker. It was hard work. And on our 6-month anniversary, I had to prepare this big dinner for him. As I was driving back to our condo, I noticed this huge crease in the middle of my head. All my life, I've never had a wrinkle or a gray hair. But getting David's food every day was really beginning to stress me out. I couldn't have that. When we sat down for dinner, I was going to tell him that I couldn't cook for him anymore. I'd make up an excuse, but he was so ungrateful for the meal that I had prepared for him to eat and for me to look at. I couldn't take it anymore. He was making me look like... Well, it didn't matter because he was gone the next day. I guess he didn't like the way I cooked. They all left. Darren, Danny, Derek, and David. My next couple of boyfriends, they all just walked out on me. Why is that? I am the most beautiful woman in the world. I look exactly like Natalie Wood. Why would they want to kill little old me? I wouldn't hurt them. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Don't you think I'm pretty? I'm absolutely gorgeous. This is the face my mama gave me. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's all I have left.